Check 1, 2, 2, 2. What's up, guys? Muy buenas tardes. How's everybody doing? Ya son las 7 en punto. We actually started on time today. That's amazing. Amazing. Yo casi siempre, bueno, no siempre, but sometimes I do show up a little bit late just because sometimes we have some technical difficulties. One sec. Sorry, sometimes we have some technical difficulties, sorry. So I come on a little bit late. So thank you again. Para toda la gente que está mirando, muchísimas gracias por el apoyo. Vamos a hacer algo diferente, un poquito de Spanglish, you know, just so that we're all comfortable, because this next guest is someone that, even though I love to hear him speak in English, I just prefer to hear him in Spanish, because esa voz que él tiene, it's beautiful. So, damas y caballeros, before I introduce the next guest, I just want to say thank you again for all the support. We are back in the office. Como comentaba, last week we didn't have any power, but thankfully we have power now, and let's hope it stays that way. But without further ado, I want to just do a little introduction that I wrote for my lovely guest today. And before I do that, let me just get the camera ready so I can switch him. There you go. All right, let me change this. Bueno, damas y caballeros, today's guest has an incredible story of perseverancia, crecimiento y propósito. Arriving in Toronto in 2002, and with no English and a dream for a better future, he embraced every challenge that came his way. With a background in radio and media, he built strong connections through community and community before discovering his true passion in real estate. After buying his first home in 2006, he experienced the feeling that describes as feliz, happy, and he knew that he wanted to help other families experience the same joy. Since then, he has dedicated his career to helping other people make confident real estate decisions and navigate some of life's biggest milestones. In recognition of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, his journey is a powerful reminder of resilience, determination, and courage it takes to build a new life and pursue your purpose. Damas y caballeros, por favor, un fuerte aplauso para mi amigo Keiter Feliz. How are you, sir?
Hey, ¿cómo estás, Jonathan? Muchas gracias por la invitación. Es un placer estar aquí en el día de hoy y compartir contigo, y especialmente con toda la gente que te ve y te sigue.
Amazing,
es un placer.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Déjame subirte el volumen un poquito más. Hold on, because I want to hear that voice, that beautiful, deep voice.
Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. Bueno, sí, muchas gracias por invitarme, de verdad. Aprecio mucho la invitación en el día de hoy, y aquí estamos. Vamos a hablar absolutamente de todo, de todo, de todo, de todo.
Amazing, man, amazing. Muchísimas gracias to your media manager who was beside us. She does not want to be seen on camera for now. Who knows?
Maybe we're going to convince her later.
Yeah, who knows? No?
Yeah, maybe.
Pero gracias otra vez por estar acá. For those that are watching in the show, thank you so much. Don't be shy. Make sure you say hi in the chat. Perdón que estoy un poquito nervioso porque cuando estás enfrente de Keiter Feliz con esa voz, a cualquiera le da nervios, ¿no?
Yo estoy nervioso también.
Good.
Sí,
At least I'm not the only one.
You're not the only one, don't worry.
Okay, perfect. So mira, yo voy a comenzar con some icebreakers. Te voy a preguntar algunas preguntas rápidas en inglés y en español. All you gotta do is just the first thing that pops up to your mind, just do it, all right? You ready?
Okay, ready.
Déjame cambiar la cámara, and it goes something like this.
Let's see.
Buyer or seller market?
This is a buyer's market, 100%.
Okay, what is a... hold on one second. Movie marathon or live concert?
I think live concerts.
Okay.
Because I always fall asleep on the movie.
Okay.
Always. Okay. It doesn't matter about the movies. I always fall asleep.
Okay, vamos a ver. Early bird or night owl?
Both of them. Early bird, I really love to see the sunrise. Really love to see it by the lake or by the sea. I really prefer that one than the nighttime, but the early bird is good.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Cuál fue tu primer trabajo?
Trabajé en un lugar que se llama... Es la Corporación Dominicana de Electricidad. Eso fue en el año 91, como trabajo formal. Y era operador de subestaciones. ¿Has visto estos transformadores? Have you seen all of those transformers that are with the power lines, really big one?
Course, yeah.
I worked operating one of those in 1991. It was a while back.
1991.
Yes.
Damn. Okay, entonces mira, como te comentaba, we had a fire behind the building.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why we had the fire was because the transformer caught on fire.
There you go.
But now we have generators. So
yes, I saw the generators, a big one.
Big ones, huh?
Yes.
Perfecto. Okay, entonces café o té?
Café 100%. Like café
Negro?
from well, we can put some cream on it without sugar, but it has to be café 100%.
Okay, perfecto. If you could eat one meal for the rest of your life. Si vos puedes comer un plato por el resto de tu vida, ¿cuál plato sería?
That's tough. Banana bread or carrot bread.
Okay. Really?
Sí, cualquiera de los dos.
Okay,
that will be like for the rest of my life. I think I'm okay with that.
That's interesting. Yo pensé que vos ibas a decir un
mangú, un
con salami,
mofongo.
algo así, ¿no?
Yeah, that could be, but it's for the rest of my life.
That's true.
After a while,
okay.
we can have some challenges there.
Okay, perfect. Let's see.
That's a curve. I wasn't expecting that.
Good.
Those kind of food questions.
Solo agent or an equipo?
Well, I have worked with a team. I'm about to build my team as well. So in the meantime, I'm doing it by myself.
Perfect. Let's see here. Staging or empty house?
Staging 100%.
Nice.
Staging 100%, it shows everything. The potential, especially, that we have to see. Some people can't have the vision, and it's much easier when you show the vision.
Okay. Perfecto. What is your go-to karaoke song cuando es tiempo de, cantarle a tu señora,
Well, depende. There's a lot of songs that I love to sing in karaoke. But there's one song that make me cry.
Okay.
You want to hear that one?
Let's do it.
Well, there's a song, it's called En Mi Viejo San Juan.
Okay.
It's de Javier Solís.
Yep.
And that song is really touching a point because of something special. I never dreamed to be out of my country at all, ever.
Okay.
And 2 months before I came to Canada, I never thought about coming to Canada either. So that goes through the process of people who have immigrated from their countries. And, the time goes by and you change along the way. And you, most of the time, based on the song, you don't go back so easily to the country of birth. And that's a song that sometimes makes me cry. Sometimes only.
¿Y cuándo fue la última vez que vos lloraste?
Well, if you want me to tell you the crying.
No, pero when you were singing.
Without singing, less than 2 months ago.
Nice, not bad, man, not bad.
Of course, I sang that song, and I was singing that song driving around. And when I heard that song, I was in a playlist. When I heard that song, it was I know, there's something there. Okay. You have to check the lyrics because it's important when you check the lyrics of a song that you follow through. And I really pay attention to the lyric.
Yeah.
That many people just hear the chorus, but yes.
Amazing. Otra preguntita right here. Let's see.
There's another song, by the way.
¿Cuál?
Volaré.
By who?
Andrea Bocelli.
Okay. Not bad. Good choice.
That is
Good choice.
And it's a really difficult one. But yes, it's really good.
Not
Volaré.
Bad. Not bad.
I have my assistant here who helped me out with everything.
Yeah, I know. Porque how could she forget? Because your assistant can't forget because she's the one that gets sung to.
Exactly.
Amazing. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Oh, besides Jesus or Jesus included?
Let's do Jesus, como vos quieras. Yeah.
There's no question asked then.
Okay. Entonces, What would you want to serve him?
To serve him?
Food. What would you make him? What would you make him?
I can make some pasta because he never had pasta.
Okay.
But I can make him some Dominican dishes. But
un
sancocho, mofongo, algo así parecido. But to have a conversation, like a deep down conversation, because at the end of the day, it is important to have conversation, especially when you are with somebody spending some quality time or having dinner, having dinner. So yes, directly.
Perfect. Déjame ver la última pregunta que te voy a preguntar. Fill in the blank. Success is?
Peace. Peace in the heart. Yes, because there's a lot of ways how to describe success. And sometimes when you think that you just grab the success or reach that point, most of the people feel that there's an emptiness after they accomplish what they thought that it was success. And then they miss something inside. And then that something inside is peace. It doesn't matter what success could be for you or for anybody. Peace is the one.
Amen. Beautiful job. You passed 100 of 100.
Oh, thank you.
Good job, man. You're so smart.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Never thought that it was going to be pointing there. That's good.
Nice. Bueno, mira, Keiter, vamos a comenzar. La primera pregunta. Who is Keiter Feliz? right? Deja a la gente saber, let everybody know where you come from, you know, some of the childhood memories when you were younger, things that were memorable in your life, you know, cuando llegaste a Canadá, and all that good stuff.
Oh, you have time?
Let's do it.
Well, both in English and Spanish. Mi nombre es Keiter Feliz, es con Z. Vengo de la República Dominicana. I came here 20 plus years ago, and I'm enjoying Canada ever since. I'm a proud father of 3 kids. The oldest one is 24, Emil, who has Down syndrome. He's a Special Olympic athlete, which I feel 150,000% proud. Together, like my other 2 kids, 20 and 19, almost 20 and almost 19. And they are doing amazing. That's one of the things that make me really proud. I'm a father of 3. I'm married for over 24 years, so that must be saying something right there with a lovely lady that I don't deserve, but you know, God gave me the gift. So I'm enjoying it a lot. And when I was, one of the things that you asked me before in regard to the coffee or tea, one of the things that I had, we had a farm with a coffee plantation back in my country, and that belongs to my father. And when I was a kid, roughly 4 years old, before I started learning how to write or read and going to school, I got an accident in my hand, and then my hand got trapped in the coffee machinery and all that. And that is basically one of the things that I remember when I was a kid. And then from there on, I have an amazing, beautiful childhood. And ever since, I'm, you know, enjoying my last name, Feliz.
Beautiful. That's a pretty cool story. Sorry, guys, I had to add the fan porque como ya no hace frío acá adentro, and sometimes the AC works when it wants to work. Entonces, I put the fan just to make sure we're nice and not dying of sweat. Pero gracias por eso. ¿Cuántos años tuviste cuando vos llegaste acá?
Tenía 27 años.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I came with absolutely zero English. Mesa, table, and ventana, window, does that count as English? No.
Good try, though. Good try.
I try, to see if I pass. But one of the difficult time the moment that I got when I came to Canada, it was in immigration, actually. The immigration officer asked me so many different questions in English, and I told him, I don't speak English, and I couldn't say it. I don't speak English in English. So he said, yo no hablo inglés. He said, I don't speak Spanish. And we were there for hours, almost 3 hours. He checked everything on me. I thought, holy camole, in my country, I couldn't, just hold myself in just to tell him, come on, buddy, find somebody who can at least translate. But then that was a difficult moment. And then I thought, okay, when I arrived here, one of my neighbors where we stayed for the first few months said that I've been here 7 years and I don't need English. And I thought, you don't need English in Canada? I cannot stay here, so I had to move. Then we moved to Mississauga, and in Mississauga we found some friends, and one of the friends, the only word that he can say in Spanish, it was sí. And then I say, perfect, so I'm going to be learning some English. Then I started learning some English as well.
Not bad. It's cool to have an accent.
Yeah, it's cool to have an accent, by the way.
Definitely cool to have an accent.
It's absolutely cool.
Gracias otra vez a la gente que están mirando. A special shout out goes out to Isaura, la dueña de Limón Lounge.
Isaura.
Que también es dominicana. She was here last month.
Nice.
So thank you for saying hi. Les manda saludos. Again, for everybody that's watching, para la gente que está mirando, muchísimas gracias por el apoyo. Eso significa mucho para mí y para las personas que están acá. So thank you guys so much. Si tienen una pregunta para nosotros, por favor, don't be shy. Let us know the questions that you have for us.
That would be good.
And yeah, we've been talking already for 15 minutes.
Nice.
Pretty quick, huh? Pretty quick.
I'm so nervous. I'm not used to being radio.
No. Anyways, talking about not being used to being on the radio.
Yes.
We're going to do a quick commercial break and we'll be back in 2 seconds. All right? Take care, guys. A very special shout out goes out to our proud sponsor, 4 Lights Advocacy LLP. Your path forward starts with clarity. They provide services from civil and business litigation, wills and estates, real estate, Canadian and U.S. immigration. You can count on them to provide strategic guidance and real results without the stress. make sure you give them a call at 905-605-5100. Follow them on Instagram at 4Lights Advocacy LLP, or give them that visit at 400 Applewood Crescent, Unit 100 in Vaughan. Once again, this is your proud sponsor, 4Lights Advocacy LLP, focused on you, driven by results. A very special thank you goes out to our sponsor, Wash & Co., your mobile auto detailing business. You want to get that car clean, get all that gunk, all that salt off the car after this crazy weather here in Toronto? Make sure you give them that call at 416-807-4261. Follow them on Instagram at washandco.to, and let us take care of the rest. Ciao. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Lights, Camera, Accion Season number 2. Like I mentioned, we want to give a very special shout out to our official sponsor of the show, Bradley Meats. Bradley Meats has been serving the community for well over 10 years. It is a family-run business by father and son, and they provide premium cuts of meat sourced from local farms at the best prices. Everything from skirt steak, veal, short rib, T-bone steak, Colombian and Argentinian sausages, their famous chimichurri, and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bradley Meats. Give them a call at 905-669-7583. Visit them at 445 Edgeley Boulevard, Unit number 4, or give them that follow on Instagram at bradley.meats. Once again, this is your official sponsor, and now let's get back to the show. All right, and we're back. Thank you for the commercial break. Señor Keiter.
Sounds really good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, especially coming from you. Thank you. It means a lot. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit nervous, and I'm like, oh, man. I'm going to play the sponsors, and he's going to hear my voice, and you know.
It sounds good. You did really good. And the editing part, it was really nice. It was
Thank you so much.
Done.
Thank you. How was the drive here?
It was good. It was good. Traffic is traffic. Toronto is Toronto. It's an hour. From Toronto to Toronto is an hour, so I'm okay with that.
You're right.
Yep, absolutely.
Y ahora con el Mundial, it's going to be very
an hour
interesting.
and a half. From Toronto to Toronto is an hour and a half.
Yeah, tengo un pocotón de eventos este fin de semana. Comenzando desde el jueves, all downtown, so it's going to be very interesting, you know?
Yep.
But it's okay. It's the World Cup. You have to, I guess, enjoy whatever we can.
Enjoy what it is.
Exactly. Saludos a la gente en el chat. Betty, thank you so much for saying hi. Diana Feliz. Oh, how are you? I'm like, I know that name. It's the production manager. Thank you for commenting.
She's connected.
Nice. Bueno, Keiter, thank you for answering the first question. Te voy a preguntar otra cosita. Vamos a ver. What daily habits or routines? Actually, you know what? Before I answer that, what do you do when you wake up? Let everybody know, when you wake up, what do you do and how your day begins?
There's two ways. One way is what I do, and the other way is what I would love to do. Okay, depending on the time, depending on the hour that I wake up. Sometimes I wake up really early in the morning, and then, the normal things. But one of them that I do, and I don't do it as often as I want to, but I do it, is to pray. Just to start the day. And sometimes I go back to bed because sometimes it's 4:30, 5 o'clock and all that. When you get into 50, like me, things change in time.
You're 50 years old?
I'm 50. Wow. Yes, I'm turned 50.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
You don't look like you're 50,
you see?
Man. Gracias a tu señora que te está...
Cuidándome.
Exactly.
Taking care of me like 24/7.
That's some good food.
So yes, the praying part is one of the most important one that we normally do. And reading the words is something that I really enjoy. And there's some parts that I enjoy so much that I'd read it and read it like read it 20 times. And I go back and I thought, like there's something here. I don't know what it is. And I'm finding things, and it's basically really enjoying the morning part. This part of the morning routine. Then I'm the one who, I have a job in the mornings that somebody proposed to me. That is this. She said, that person, I won't say who, listen, how about you do coffee and bring it to somebody in the bed for a week? And I thought, okay, maybe in the next week she's going to do it. Then I did it for a week. I said, hey, you're doing such an amazing job. How about you do it for 2 weeks? And then she said, in 21 days, you create a habit. And I don't know how many months already creating my habit. So I'm the one who do coffee Monday to Saturdays.
Yeah, perfecto. Good to know.
Bring it to the bed.
Good to know.
It's an amazing. By the way, I recommend it to everybody. Please be in that challenge. You start, do 1 month by yourself first. If you're the one hearing it, you're the one responsible to do it. So bring coffee every morning to bed. It's one amazing thing.
I'm going to try that. No para mí porque yo ya no tomo café porque me duele el estómago.
Okay.
I used to love drinking coffee.
Yeah.
I used to drink it since, again, I guess como todo latino que siempre un cafecito con pan en la mañana.
Yeah.
You know, so I would always have that at the plaza with my parents. And now my body's like, can't have that anymore, but.
Exactly.
Okay.
But what? Do it whenever you had a chance as well.
I'll definitely do it. Yeah. Okay. So then you make the coffee, you know, and then what else you got to do after that?
Well, we had to do, depending on kids. My 3 kids, they are old enough to prepare themselves breakfast, but most of the time, I am the designated driver in that regard, so I had to help them out as well and push them out of the door depending on the schedule of everybody. So everybody right now have a different schedule, so I'm the one who have to keep track of everybody because somebody's still drinking coffee in bed.
Oh, that somebody is so special. Who could it be?
I don't know who could it be.
Who could it be?
I don't know.
Anyways, gracias por eso. Awesome. So, what are some of the challenges, you know, that you've had to overcome, you know, being a father and obviously a husband and running, you know, the different businesses that you've had? If you could let us know some of the challenges.
Well, challenges are there all the time. And this is really good because the challenges is focus is finding the way how to structure yourself daily in a daily basis, finding the routine that you have to follow every day. That's a big challenge. And I don't know if it's for everybody, but for me, it's a really big challenge. And having the structure of writing things. I don't write things the way that the other people do. I write it in my way. I have some group chat in my WhatsApp, for example, with the to-do lists, with things that I have to do later on, with the people that I have to call that I just write it down there to remind myself because I work with WhatsApp a lot. But that managing a business is a challenge, especially when you have a family and you have to split yourself or you have to, you know, I like to be present. And I like to be spending time with my family. I like to be present since the beginning, since my oldest one, Emil, was a child. I was there, and I love that part. In certain part of my life, my wife was the one working when I couldn't speak English and when I didn't have paperwork to work here legally in Canada. So we had to go through different challenges: who take the lead, who work to work, who stays home, what to do, and all that. So we've been through many different things. But managing a business and managing a family, we have always had to take some times to balance the life. Because there's one thing that I always said: you cannot have a nice, beautiful suit, nice tied, beautiful shirt with a crappy pant. So you have to have a balance, or without shoes, because you couldn't afford to buy the shoes, but you bought a $2,000 suit, and you can afford to buy the shoes that are nice, that goes with it. So it's basically buy a less expensive suit, but buy a nice shoe as well. So it basically is a balance that we have to do in life with everything and anything you do.
Amazing. Entonces, para continuar, ¿Cómo eras when you were younger? You know, Keiter, when you were in high school, you know, growing up, you know, what were the things that you used to love to do? You know, how was your adolescence?
When I was a kid, I was extremadamente travieso. Pero no nivel 1, nivel 2, nivel 5, nivel 354.
Nice.
Terrible.
Nice.
Pero después, con el tiempo, de hecho, cuando me fui en los primeros años que estudié en mi pueblo, my small town, with a beautiful teachers. De hecho, hay una profesora que está aquí, que es alguien a quien yo aprecio mucho, que siempre mencionamos cuando mencionamos profesores. Se llama Guillerma, que uno de sus hijos vive aquí, ella viene muy a menudo. Y otras profesores que pasaron por mi vida. It was amazing. But, cuando cumplí 12, tuve que salir de mi pueblo, porque era muy buen chico. Y entonces me fui hasta Santo Domingo y en Santo Domingo crecí. Pero normalmente fui buen estudiante. Mi hermana diría algo diferente, porque no fui tan bueno como ella. O mis otros hermanos, hay varios de mis hermanos que fueron muy buenos estudiantes. O sea, yo tenía un desafío. I had a really big challenge to keep up con el hecho de ser un buen estudiante. Pero después, con los años, me comprometí un poquito más. Me enamoré de ser responsable de estudiar para hacer tareas o para responder, por lo menos estar ahí. Nunca fui bueno en exámenes. Nunca, porque los exámenes me ponían muy nervioso, pero yo me ganaba todo el resultado, era con la participación en clase. O sea, que al final de la jornada eso balanceaba parte de mi vida.
Amazing. I'm not too aware, bueno, no sé mucho cómo trabajan las escuelas secundarias back home,
Okay.
Up to what age do they go to high school over there?
It's grade 12. Primero, en la época que yo estaba, era de primero hasta octavo, from grade 1 to grade 8.
Okay.
Then from 9, we call it primero de bachillerato hasta cuarto de bachillerato. Bachillerato. It's like high school.
Gotcha.
High school. So then in el tercero de bachillerato, like grade 11 could be, it's grade 11. Uno de mis profesores llegó un día nuevo, yo estaba nuevo en esa escuela, me dijo, usted salga, y jamás volví. De hecho, es algo que había tenido siempre, que nunca lo había dicho esto. Uno de los profesores me dijo, salga, y dice, ¿por qué? Y dice, no, porque se va, porque él firmó su autoridad y ese día me tocó a mí. Y no pude volver más a su clase durante todo el año. Y tuve que repetir esa materia, ese subject. But, eso... He visto muchas veces de esos... ¿Tú has visto esos videos donde dice un profesor algo fuerte contra un estudiante y todo el mundo se queda callado? Everybody kept quiet at that moment. I felt it. So and I went through my life with that thing. One day I'm going to talk to him, but I never talked to him ever again. But yes, things like that happen. And then after that, I became so like decisive to outspoke and not to be quiet for things when those things happen, to speak out. And then from that time on, going through my university years that I studied law in the Dominican, university years, I was really one of the students that speak up. Normally, I couldn't keep myself so quiet when something unfair was happening around me. So,
of course,
yeah, that marked my life. By the way,
yep,
beautiful. So
nice.
that marked my life. That moment.
Entonces, después de grado 12, you said you went to university.
We went to university. I went to university. I did law en la Universidad Autónoma de Santo Domingo, es la universidad pública, and it was amazing years. I remember my days and all of those years. And many of the time that I go, I like to go through the university city. It is like really like a big neighborhood of buildings of the university. It's really big, and I really love that time and that era. It's really good.
Okay, entonces mira, if there's one thing that you could say to Keiter en sus 18 años, what would you tell him now?
Do the things that you have to do on time. So do not procrastinate. Do the things that you have to do when you have to do it. Because, down the road, you're going live and sometimes you have to repeat those things that you didn't do when you have to do it. And then you sometimes waste time. So do it in the moment that is due. So do it today. If you haven't done it, this is the moment. So I haven't done many different things in my life that I wanted to do it today. But if you that are listening and watching, if you have something pending, let's get it done. The best way. Makes you feel really good.
100%. It definitely does, pero I do sometimes have un poquito problema de, procrastinating, because I just have a lot on my plate. And that's one thing, again, que yo hablé un poquito ayer sobre eso, that there's things that we have to do. Like there's steps that we need to take. Number one, pushing ourselves, and to not procrastinate because, todas las cosas que vienen hacia nosotros es una bendición, and we can't fumble that, como dicen, right? And it's difficult, because you have to try and find that balance, but that's awesome, it's what you said about, going out and doing it and just going for it and making sure you don't sleep on it, it's very important. So thank you for that.
And sometimes, someday, you have to go back and do it. Then it's going to be like waiting, and you have it in the back of your mind. Because if you forget about it, okay. But you have it in the back of your mind that you haven't done it, then you do it. That's it.
Yes, sir. Okay, awesome. You good? Having a good time?
I'm good. I'm having a good time. I don't know how the time, by the time flies.
Yeah. Right now ya estamos hablando 35 minutos.
That's really good. Interesting.
Right. ¿Tienes una pregunta para mí? You have a question for me?
Oh, I heard that you have some kind of encounter and you went through, I've heard a few of the podcasts, the previous guests that you have, and I heard the part that you were having a conversation about the spiritual belief that you're having now. And that is something that is really good and really enticed me and motivate me even to come decided right away. And I'm really happy that you are going through the process, because sometimes people go through that process so quietly. Some of us go through the process quietly, but you are just bringing it out to many people to see. So I have a question for you.
Whatever question
I can switch and ask you 200 questions.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the thing is this. Is there somebody that you feel that you need a hug from?
Yeah.
Like who that person is?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
So when was the last time that your dad gave you a hug?
Okay, entonces mira, the reason why I say this and the reason why I say my dad, and I've brought this up to some friends, Pure Entertainment. Is this Alex Moncayo?
Yeah, it must be Alex Moncayo.
My mom is on here now. Mommy, what's up? Thank you for coming. So why my dad? Because mi papi, and again, it's things are changing now, because again, entre más cerca, yo me he arrimado a Dios más. I don't want to say que nunca I never had ganas to pursue my father more, but just more, I want to do things, that we're not used to. So going back to your question, why my dad? Because my dad, since we were younger, he would always give us that hug, that big hug on New Year's, right? So I remember since we were kids, obviously, when we would go with my dad, cuando él estuvo haciendo los eventos, same thing, and obviously growing up, so I would say my dad, just because we don't have those hugs as often, but it's something that I obviously want to work towards changing a bit more, And
when was the last hug?
Oh, the last hug with my dad? A couple of months ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Which a couple of years ago that would have never happened.
Okay.
Right, but a couple of months ago, yeah,
It wouldn't happen because of something was going on between you guys?
No. It's just nothing, not because of that, but nomás just that we weren't accustomed to it. And I'm not saying como niños, because I know, yo me recuerdo desde muy niño, siempre we were very close to our parents. You know what I mean? Y yo me recuerdo every time we would go to sleep, we would go to our parents' room, give them a kiss, say goodnight, ma, pa, and whatever. Pero again, when you start growing up, we get too cool.
You think
you're too much. So it's like, it's not that the level's never there. It's just, again, we start slowly drifting apart, But it's something that I'm obviously working towards, and I've had some very deep, awesome conversations with my dad these last couple of years, during my change, so.
That's really good. How about people in the audience? Is there anybody, if they can write it, that would be good. People in the audience, if there's somebody that they really, really, really love to have a hug from, who that person could be, because it's really good to know about the people who are just watching and listening right now, because one of the things that happen when you give somebody a hug is that you just express love without even saying anything. But it's not like, hey, what's up? It's a hug, like a hug. And having a hug from somebody that you really love and respect, you do something really nice in your heart. So
100%.
Write it down if you can. Or call that person if you can as well.
Yep, so those that are in the chat, para la gente que está ahí en el chat, por favor, si tienen a alguien que le gustaría darles un abrazo, please let us know in the chat who's that one person you wish you can give a hug to, or that one person you want to give a hug to. Don't be shy. Comment in the chat. And I don't know if you have more questions.
Cuando hiciste este cambio, ¿qué hiciste? ¿Fuiste a algún lugar? ¿Encontraste a alguien que te habló? ¿Cuál fue el primer encuentro que tú dijiste, bueno, sí, yo necesito un cambio en mi vida, en los aspectos que estabas viviendo en ese momento? ¿Y qué fue lo que escuchaste que te hizo de hacer un clic para hacer el cambio?
Entonces mira, como yo le estaba comentando a Diana before we started, estando en el mundo de la música, right? There's a lot of different distractions. You know what I mean? The women, the spotlight, the drugs, the alcohol, the money, and being born I don't say born, but being raised in this environment, there were a lot of things that became normal, which are not normal. Entonces llegó un punto en mi vida, and this was about almost 4 years now. There was a lot of things that were happening around in my life, and it was a lot. And yo ya no aguantaba, and on top of that, yo ya tengo dos sobrinas pequeñas, you know, 2.5, and the other one's at 2 years, 7 months. I could be wrong. I'm always off. But yeah, like just seeing them, number one, you know, it's like I need to step it up, you know, porque yo no puedo ser ese tío que le dé consejos a ellos and, you know, les empuja para ser mejor, but yet I'm not following, you know. So you have to lead by example, you know. And again, there was a lot of things, but it's just, there was a specific moment that I went, and I'll tell you guys a little bit of the story. I went to a farewell party de un amigo músico venezolano que se iba a mover con su señora a BC. And we were all there, and it was a beautiful conversation, and I met people that I looked up to in the music industry, you know, for recording and stuff, and we just had beautiful conversations and this and this, and I remember on the way home, you know, porque obvio que mucha gente reza, you know, when they're driving and whatever, but at that moment, I remember I just started praying out loud, just out loud in the car, and I was praying and again, there was that time there was a lot of things happening, and I just kept praying, and I'm like, please just show me, you know. And I'm getting emotional talking about it now because it's that day was very special to me, you know. It was a day filled with a lot of emotions, and I remember I got home, and I was in the car again, just praying, and I was crying and everything, and I remember I went inside, and I was in my car for almost an hour, right? So that's one thing that I always do. Even, por ejemplo, hoy día, cuando yo me vaya de acá and we leave and everything, I always go home and I always stay in my car for like, you know, just to relax, cool off. And that day I was in there, and thank you guys for the comments. I was in there, and again, I was praying and everything, and I remember I went inside and I went downstairs, and my sister me llamó. She's like, hey, come upstairs, I have a gift for you. Somebody told me to give this to you. So me da una cajita, and she's like, listen, my best friend's mom, who unfortunately she passed away not too long ago, she got this for you. She told me to give it to you. And then I opened it, and there was a rosary. And she's like, she specifically got it for you. And she got it blessed and everything, and like that just hit me. Because I was literally in the car, you know, telling him what I was going through and what I was feeling, which is something that no es normal. Like for me, it wasn't normal. You know, I wouldn't have those type of conversations, but that day, I just, you know, me tiré. And yeah, that was one of the most crucial moments for me, where I just felt, you know, I guess the presence, his presence, you know. And from there, ahí comenzó poco a poco.
Going to that moment, ¿qué tú le estabas pidiendo? What were you asking for?
Guidance, strength, understanding. Because again, there was a lot of things happening, and again, around esos tiempos, you know, when life comes at you and there's things happening, you look for these distractions. So again, with me, those distractions were drinking. And like when I mean drinking, I don't mean drinking para borracharme. No. It's just having that drink because it was normal. You know what I mean? Y los fines de semana tomando, again, cuando yo estaba tocando música en matrimonios y blah, 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 ¿no?
Because DJs normally have a lot of people offering drinks.
Exactly. And I can tell you another story about the drinks that people offer, but there was just a lot of things happening. So I was choosing the wrong things as distractions, you know, so las mujeres, whatever it was. And then like, again, like we know it's you still feel empty, you know what I mean? And like it's not sustainable, it's not healthy for you, and it's así es como le dije a Diana, like that's how the devil lies to you. You know, they say, hey, you want everything? Listen to me.
Exactly.
And like, for example, me working in the music industry, everything is there.
Of course.
You know, and
the good thing is that he knows what you like already, because he's been with you for a while already. He knows what kind of things to put on your hand just to trick you. Yeah.
So it was again a lot of prayer for that stuff, and you know, que me ayude con however I was feeling and the thoughts that I had in my mind, you know. And poco a poco, he just kept showing up. He just kept showing up in different ways, and people that were popping up to me, like just, you know, coming up to me and talking to me. And like, for example, like I was telling Diana, my co-host Mario, right? I just met him less than 2 years ago at an event that I was at, and he came up to me and he's like, hey, you don't know me, I've known you for a couple of years, I've been following you, and you know, de ahí comenzó poco a poco. And then from there, he'll be like, hey bro, he's like, you a person of faith? And I'm like, yeah, of course. But mind you, I was still new
course.
to that whole world. So I'm like, yeah, of course. And he's
When
like,
we are
hey.
new, we think that we know things.
Exactly, right? So he's like, hey, I'm going to Bible study if you're ever down. And I'm like, yeah. Entonces al comienzo, I was brushing it off. But every
Normal.
every so often I'll get that message, hey bro, voy, until I went. So he's also somebody that people like him have been popping up in my life.
Nice.
And even por ejemplo, like talking about Isaura, the one she was on here too, like I don't remember what I think it was at the club, because I remember, so she hires me whenever I have to fix el equipo ya en el club o lo que sea, no? And I don't remember where exactly it was, but you started talking about God.
Yes.
And I didn't know that about her, and then from there, I'm like, oh man. And then
we should have a tag.
Huh?
We should have a tag. Yeah, I like God, or I know Jesus, or I know about Jesus. Ask me anything and everything. But we normally keep it quiet because you never know. There's a lot of people here who normally don't follow, and you have to respect everybody.
Of course. Yeah, so like even with Isa, like the conversations that we've had before, and even during the podcast were beautiful, and then even after the podcast, and a lot of it, again, just the people that are surrounding me now, it's yeah.
Then I have a question.
Dime.
If you had to tell somebody to search for God, what would you tell them?
Wow. I would say build a relationship with him.
Like, how would you tell them that?
Off the top of my head, I would just say pray to him, but obviously talk to him like you speak to, your mom and dad. Obviously, on different levels, but I've had to say that to some friends that have asked me that, and again, it's still new to me, and I don't have all the answers and stuff. But one thing I have said to my friends is just leave it in his hands, right? Pero también no se olviden que faith without work is dead. We can't be talking to him and asking him to help us or to guide us, but yet we procrastinate.
Yes.
When we don't do the work. And it's something that, again, we all go through it, right? But yeah, I would say that just try to build a relationship with him, try to understand him, and let him in.
So then, to make a circle in that regard, the first question that I asked you was about the hug. So to start to get to know God, or to start to get to go through the spiritual life, is basically going to find that person who can give you a hug that makes you feel the way that you can feel in peace, like really nice and comfortable. And that is what God does when you start searching for him. He gives you those kind of hugs that that your father gave you, or your mom gave you, or somebody gave you, but then he will give you that hug and will give you what success is. Remember what we talk about success. That hug will give you the peace. And then there's many people looking for that, but they don't know how to call it or where to find it. And then that's through God. That it's amazing, because it's basically that, having and receiving a big, profound, deep, great hug. That's the most amazing part.
Yeah, no, it's you're right. But I like what you did there. I like how you mixed it together. It's good. But yeah, no, it's been a beautiful journey. It's definitely not easier. I could say it's more difficult, not in a bad way, but just because, it's like now my thoughts have changed. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times now, like, even when I do, like, again, I was telling Diana, like, me ha afectado también with me DJing at weddings and quinceañeras and stuff, because it's like the music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like,
you start to realize that, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Why that song?
Exactly.
Why that song?
Yeah,
and then you start, at the end of the day, you can put it to the extreme. You say, una aventura es más bonita. El grupo Nietzsche, tú la bailas y no hay ningún inconveniente, because this is not bad.
Yeah,
but then you realize, wow, it's at the end of the day, those words that you're putting into your head, that you can put better words into it. And then have a better results. That's basically
100%
the difference.
Yeah, that's one thing that it's and it's not the moment, like for example, the quinceañeras and the weddings. That's all beautiful, memories and moments and very things that are obviously life changing, but it's just when I do my job, a lot of people get drunk, You know, when I do my job, things happen. You know, and it's like, again, I love what I do, but it's like now it's a bit more. I try to be more mindful of how I play and what I play, and it's been interesting too because again, you know, we had a little habit since we were younger. Before we do the introductions, for example, me and Nico, every time before we do the introductions, we would always have a little shot, right? Just because of the nerves. Because again, yo me pongo nervioso every time.
You know what happened? Talking about that,
Yeah.
I normally, anytime and every time that I do an MC, I don't have a shot of anything, not even in the beginning, the middle, sometimes at the end after I finish. Because I believe that for you to do a good performance, like for being MC, and everybody does different, I do not like the alcohol in me at all. Not even nothing, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I normally say, no, I don't drink. Besides that, I don't normally drink.
Yeah.
So, but yes, people do different way, and just for you to start relaxing, some people do it.
Yeah, entonces para mí, again, muy niño, that's something we would always do. Entonces para nosotros, it's normal, you know, but it's like, now I don't. Now, literally this is my favorite, my famous jug that I take with me everywhere, and it's just water.
That's
you know,
really good.
and it's also cool too because now it's like I'm experiencing DJing in a different way now. These last 2 years now that you know I've slowed down with the drinking and stuff. Now I'm more present because before again I would use in my head. I thought that by me having a couple of drinks, me suelta más and I can get into it more, right? And yes, did I play? I don't want to say I don't play good when I drink. Sorry, when I don't drink, but in my head I'm like, okay, if I have a couple of shots or a couple of drinks, I'm going to play even better. But it's like now I could tell that even I'm drinking water and I'm still getting the job done. I'm still doing what I need to do.
So you were telling your little lies in your head.
Exactly.
That's good. That's
Demonio.
That's normal. It's absolutely normal.
Yeah. So going back to what I was saying to you guys before, this was about two and a half years ago. I was doing a wedding, 250 people. And I've said this a couple of times on the show, but 250 people. And some of the people that were there were my friends. So again, like you said in the beginning, sometimes a lot of people come and give you a shot, you know, as a thank you, good job, whatever, cool. And antes, it's not that I used to drink them all, but it was just shot here, whatever. You know how many drinks? So that specific wedding, they had a little table behind me with the laptop just for the videos and the projectors, right? You know how many drinks I counted behind me at the end of the night? 57 drinks.
You did?
No, que la gente me trajo.
Oh.
Right? So like I said before, it's not that I would drink them all. No. I definitely wouldn't drink like that.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like shot here,
That's
shot here,
a lot.
shot here, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday,
Exactly.
Saturday, Sunday for years. You know what I mean? And then the drinking and the driving. You know, so it's like now it's now when I go into these events now, I always try and pray before I leave my car.
Exactly.
You know, and yeah.
And it's the best way, actually. And, you know, be conscious as well, because we are not kids anymore.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you are, but I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
We have other responsibility as well. We are an adult now. We are in the other side. Well, slightly.
Aún te queda mucho. You're good.
Still, she's too young.
But anyways, listen, I love the conversation that we're having. We're going to do another quick commercial break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes, right? So thank you so much. We'll be back very soon. A very special shout out goes out to our proud sponsor, 4 Lights Advocacy LLP. Your path forward starts with clarity. They provide services from civil and business litigation, wills and estates, real estate, Canadian and U.S. immigration. You can count on them to provide strategic guidance and real results without the stress. Make sure you give them a call at 905-605-5100. Follow them on Instagram at 4 Lights Advocacy LLP, or give them that visit at 400 Applewood Crescent, Unit 100 in Vaughan. Once again, this is your proud sponsor, 4 Lights Advocacy LLP, focused on you, driven by results. A very special thank you goes out to our sponsor, Wash & Co., your mobile auto detailing business. You want to get that car clean, get all that gunk, all that salt off the car after this crazy weather here in Toronto? Make sure you give them that call at 416-807-4261. Follow them on Instagram at washandco.to, and let us take care of the rest. Ciao. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Lights, Camera, Accion Season number 2. Like I mentioned, we want to give a very special shout out to our official sponsor of the show, Bradley Meats. Bradley Meats has been serving the community for well over 10 years. It is a family-run business by father and son, and they provide premium cuts of meat sourced from local farms at the best prices. Everything from skirt steak, veal, short rib, T-bone steak, Colombian and Argentinian sausages, their famous chimichurri, and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bradley Meats. Give them a call at 905-669-7583. Visit them at 445 Edgeley Boulevard, Unit number 4, or give them that follow on Instagram at bradley.meats. Once again, this is your official sponsor. And now, let's get back to the show. All right, we're back. So, my lovely guest today me trajeron a gift.
Yes.
Very special gift with
Yes.
my weakness, which is pan and queso. ¿Cómo se llama el pan?
Es camarón, yo creo que se llama.
Camarón.
Ya, es el pan colombiano.
Pan
Un pan colombiano muy, muy
Look how
bueno.
beautiful this is. If you guys like croissants on steroids and
Yes.
cheese, this is what you have to buy. Hold on.
You gotta be kidding. You gonna show it? So, yes, it's one of my favorites, actually. And it's a...
Look at this.
It is. No, you have to bring it up. Yes, it's a croissant and nuestro. It is amazing. It's amazing.
So,
I love it.
For sure, cuando yo llegue a la casa, voy a poner eso en mi caja fuerte.
Oh.
Porque si no, mis papis me lo van a llevar en la mañana.
Shout out to your pops.
Yeah, don't touch my bread.
Yeah.
I know where you live.
I know where
Anyways,
you live.
thank you guys for the comments and everything. Vamos a continuar. Let's talk about esa voz. You know, when was it that you realized that you have a gift of a voice? I do remember many years ago, many years ago, when I asked you this at the radio. I think I don't remember where it was, but I asked you this question. I'm like, hey, it had to do with the voice, but I remember you told me, you're like, yeah, I used to yo dejaba voice notes. I used to call and leave voice notes for people because of your voice. I don't remember the full story, but I do remember that part.
Well, yeah, I dropped a few. Dropped a few of those.
You know,
But my voice changed when I was roughly 14. I used to have a little girl voice because most of the people, most of the people confuse me with my niece when they call home. They always call me my niece's name. I said, oh, it's not. But then I was working in a play in teatro, and the director told me, hey, everybody wants to listen. You know, in los barrios when you do teatro barrial, and it was with my weak voice and all that. And there was a moment that I was in rehearsal, and I shout so loud because I just wanted to play the part the best way I could. And the director told me, listen, there's somebody in the back, we have no sounds, who want to listen because they just came to see us. And then I went and I did my effort to speak really loud, and I me puse ronco. I lost my voice almost. And it was 3 days before the first performance. And then my voice changed to this voice.
interesting.
And one day, to the following day, I was having this voice. It was hurting a lot, and I couldn't talk. Well, with this change. And from that day onward, I still have it. I hope it doesn't change. Because yes, that. And then in those days, after I have it, and it was really nice feeling, boy, you talk nicely, you have a nice voice, and all that you have when you're a kid, building your confidence. Listen to radio, and then I love radio, and I love the way things goes in the radio. And in the 90s, I studied broadcasting in the La Escuela Nacional de Locución. It's a beautiful school that my wife, few years later, studied in the same place. And one of the things that I had after that I became, was studying, I want to do radio, but I want to go to a radio that is a nice and popular one because, it's fun. And then I started going to one of those radio stations that it was really popular in Santo Domingo. Se llama Supra FM. Le decía antes Supra FM, la emisora de Santo Domingo. Yeah, it was really fun. And then I started there. A few months going every so often to the radio station. They give me a chance, and then I start radio in 1994, October 1st. It was my first night doing radio live. It was amazing.
How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tuviste?
I was 19. Yes, 1994.
Wow.
Yes. And it was amazing. From that day onward, I have enjoyed a lot. I have recorded a lot. I have done so many voiceovers so many MCs of events, all kind of events that I have enjoyed quite a few. And I believe that one of the last thing that we did, it was part of the movie, one of the movie with Mark Wahlberg. It's called Wahlberg. Yes, you see, that's my English part and my correction professor, teacher. Mark Wahlberg, that is called, the movie's called?
Fired.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's a movie about the dog and Arthur the dog. Arthur the dog.
You recorded on that?
No, I did a part of the voiceover. One of the actors did something there, and I recorded part of the voiceover, and somebody who was doing an MC. It was the MC, and so when you listen to it in English, so I'm the one doing the dubbing there. So that's one of the last projects that I did. It was
nice.
Well, for movies. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, entonces mira, what do you do to work? Like, do you have any steps that you use to warm up your voice? You know what I mean? How do you take care of your voice? Because again, your voice is one of your blessings, right? So,
I don't drink.
Okay.
You do a wine here, a wine there, but I don't drink. I don't. When we are in a big group with a lot of sound and music and all that, I know that if I go to a certain level, I'm gonna be just having a throat throat.
Yeah.
So I don't go that level. I just go there, or I request for the music to be lower, or I just go directly to your ear to talk when there is a big now. So I don't force my voice because I know that anytime I'm gonna need it, and I don't force my voice at all. So I'm just going, and every time, anytime, constantly that I'm gonna go to do any kind of performance, even to record a voiceover or anything, I normally practice, but practice like a kid. Practice 20 times to do the things the best way. And you said that one of the commercials that you did, it took you like 5 hours.
Yeah.
The longest time that it took me a really nice commercial I did for a big brand. It was roughly 2 hours because the director wants something very specific. And as a broadcaster, you had to deliver what they actually need. But yes.
100%. Entonces, otra cosita también, y te pregunto esto because, again, como yo hago sonido, I've asked this to some of my singers, like my friends that are singers and MCs and stuff. ¿Te gusta el queso? Like, how do you explain it? Because cheese and, milk, it gives you a lot of phlegm in your throat, and some people like that for singers, right? Because it keeps their vocal cords moist. Do you take anything antes que vos comiences?
No,
or no? Just,
not at all.
No?
Not at all. No, I'm not taking it to that level.
Yeah.
I just enjoy. And I like, one of the things that I really like is the sound check. Because, sometimes, once I went to do an MC at an event, and the guy said, oh, yeah, I got the microphone at a good level. I said, I think we have to do the check
100%.
because I can talk slightly loud.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it's okay. And then I said, hello. And he said, no, we had to do it. So I told him we had to do it. But basically, it's fun. Having fun with that.
Sorry, guys. This bread is so good. No me aguanto.
You shouldn't be talking.
I know.
That's right. Good.
But it's so good. These are the type of friends you need in your life.
There you go.
Que te traen...
With hot chocolate.
Exactly. Que te traen pan. They talk to you about God and all that good stuff.
Big time.
But,
and Bible verses as well.
There you go.
That's one of my favorites as well.
There you go. So, talking about the voice, which, by the way, your wife is very lucky to be able to wake up to a man with that voice every morning. You know? But at the end of the day, she still wins because you're still doing the coffee for her every morning.
Oh, that's actually, it's me winning because I enjoy that part as well.
Yeah? Okay,
yes.
Good. Entonces, mira, hablando the broadcast and the radio and the voice and everything, let's talk about 360 FM and that journey and how that journey was. And, we also did speak about it a little bit before the show as to why you don't have it anymore.
Yes.
But let everybody know that process and how it started. So
360 FM, it was a Spanglish radio station that we started in 2013 here in Toronto. It was 2012, beginning 2013. By the month of June, we went to the studio. We opened up a studio. It was really nice, an amazing experience when we used to have 24/7 radio station. It was Spanglish. We used to do Español, English, like mixing it at 100%, doing properly, the most proper we can. And we created the movement that it's cool to have an accent, because when you speak with an accent, chances are you speak two languages. And of all the dialects and languages that exist, it basically doesn't matter where you're from, because having an accent is part of your background, your heritage, and everything. So we created that move. We went through the process of having that radio. It was slightly popular. So many people liked it, and we enjoy it. We remember 2015 with the Pan Am Games. We had a blast with a lot of things that we did, and it was a process of the live music. And through the radio, we had so many guests into the studio here in Toronto. And I remember one thing. We were talking about podcasts, the word podcasts, and a lot of people were asking, podcasts, what is a podcast? Most of the people didn't know what it was a podcast. And I thought, now that podcast is podcasts, everybody knows. It was fun. And then through that, many people came to a studio, and somebody came and talked to us about an invitation to go to a place and to hear about God. And I thought, okay, let me go, do the interview. Respectfully, I did the interview, and he was really nice, giving us a lot of information about the event. And I said, okay, because I go really straight to the point, and I cut the bushes. So what are you selling? Tell me, what are you selling? What's the business that is behind it? Because at the end of the day, you have to have a call to action. What is the thing that you're selling? A book or whatever? Tell me. So no, just about the Word of God and things that the Word of God do to you and to your life. And from that on, things start. I went and I liked it, and we start going, my wife and I, and then we decided to join for a while. It was a congregation that we were having a blast. It was a really good thing. We learned a lot about ourselves, and we just discovered things that we were having inside us that weren't making us 100% what we really want for our lives. And then we start realizing that there's some changes that we have to do into our lives, particularly. And from that moment on, we thought about the music that we were just showcasing in the radio, that some of the music were absolutely not the best. And because I started in radio in 1994, I know a lot of songs and the lyrics. Thousands of songs, I can tell you. I know it could be 5, 6, 7, 8,000 lyrics of the songs, because I like the lyrics. And I knew that there's some music that I don't want to hear myself, because I was, cleaning myself. And then we went through the process of saying, okay, there's something here that we cannot keep on doing, beside the business part of the radio, that it wasn't the best in that moment. And we thought it was a perfect combination to finish it up, and we finished it up strong, having a really good project. It was called 360fm.ca.
It's cool to have an accent.
It's cool to have an accent. It was amazing.
I still have the white shirt at home.
Nice.
I have the white shirt at home.
We had some quite of those as well. But it's really nice.
Yeah. Alex Moncayo says here he remembers when they brought Huey Dunbar to the station in Toronto.
There's many people who came to the studio. Huey Dunbar, he was there. We interviewed him. J Balvin came. There's quite a few people. Ruby Perez, really? The only interview that he did in Canada, he did it with us. I have it recorded. Yes, and we have a blast, because we talk about 3 hours before the interview, and we talk like con a guy. His son lived here by that time I was arriving here. He was asking me so many questions. Listen, my son is okay in the Dominican, and he's coming now to Canada. I don't know what to do. Please tell me, but tell me the truth. And then we talk like really nice, down to earth. And I recorded that interview. It was an amazing interview. And yes, Ruby Perez went. There's quite a few people who were kind of famous went there as well.
Yeah, it's
and a lot of people from our community as well.
Yeah, I do remember when Nico and Toma had their show there. They invited me as a guest once to DJ, and I remember I was so nervous. Yes. Because again, it was new to all of us, right?
Yes. And it was new for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And being on radio for many people, it was the first time. It was Nico, it was you, it was Thomas, it was DJ Alejo.
Yeah.
That I heard that he was here recently.
Yeah.
Danny Castro. There was quite a few DJs that went there, and Miguel Anthony. So there's quite a few people. We had a really good team, and we had a really good moment there. And there's other shows that we were just showcasing in the radio. It was really good.
Amazing. ¿Cuántos años estuvieron con el negocio?
2013 to 2016, 17. 17 we closed it down. Yes, it was 4 good years, solid years. We had a blast.
So I remember Diana said something that, you guys had a moment there with God.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that moment when it happened?
Which particular one were you talking about? Because there was a lot of things going on, Diana.
There's a mic beside you if you want to grab it.
Which particular moment were you talking where you mentioned in there, Diana? Yeah, go ahead. Please invite her in. We just, convinced her to come in a little by little. There you go.
Almost. Wait. Let's continue talking because I got to turn on her camera, but give me 1 second.
Okay, let's do it. So we had quite a few interesting moments in the radio. We learned about a lot of things. And then we start going to a congregation, a Christian congregation, and we start learning about the Lord. And we thought that it was time for us to do that switch and that change. And that we stopped in 2017. Then I did radio in 2019. That it was the last time I did radio, and I stopped. And I haven't done radio ever since that moment for a particular reason that happened in 2019.
Okay, let me just change
Diana's
this right here. Hold on. Let me.
He had to change the name and all that.
How are you?
Is the microphone?
Sorry, there you go.
Am I on?
Yes.
Am I on? Yes.
Yes. No, you're on.
You said if I was going to say anything, I wasn't going to come on camera.
Whoa, sorry. It was a white lie.
That was a white lie.
There's no white lie.
I don't know what I was thinking sitting here with a camera in front of me.
Yeah.
Beside a microphone.
So what was the moment that you were mentioning before that he brought to this moment?
I think that what you were talking about, Jonathan, about having to make those decisions, and how you're being confronted with like you're doing your activities and the things that you're doing. Well, we were too. I think the best thing that happened for us in 360 FM was getting that invitation to know Jesus. And we did. And it changed our life. Like, it's never been the same. And it's just, I feel like it just keeps getting better. Yeah. Now, the reason why, one of the reasons why we decided to, it was a few things, but one of those key things was, like, we have to do things that edify. And how can we be adding value to someone if we're, like, we didn't agree with everything that was being put out there? So we had to make a radical decision, And then we said,
it's the moment.
It's the moment.
Yes.
Hay tiempos y tiempos. And that was un tiempo, a beautiful time. But then it started a new one.
We really enjoyed it. It was a really beautiful time, and the time came to an end, and we had to finish it. And we finished really good. We felt good closing it down because it was the time that already fulfilled what it was called to do. We did what we did, and it was amazing.
But it was hard.
It was hard.
Yeah. But it was like one of those decisions that you have to make that you just knew you had to make, And I think that we met so many amazing people and we did so many amazing things, And then, so is this interview like all in English or all in Spanish, or is it Spanglish?
Whatever you want.
But like the audience, is it?
Oh, no, it's mixed. It's mixed.
It's mixed?
Okay. Yeah. It's like sometimes I even go French, like all French.
French?
Yeah. I don't know how to talk. I just say Je m'appelle and ferme la bouche.
I know French and I know English and I know German.
I only know ferme la bouche because in elementary school, my French teacher would always be like, shut up. Because I wouldn't shut up.
Ferme la bouche.
So ferme la bouche.
There you go.
Well, anyways, you can take me down because it was just to fill in that blank. Like,
thank you so much. I'm definitely going to have you on the show too later on.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to get a lot of Bible, that's for sure.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And then for the next time, he could be your social media manager and taking pictures and, all that stuff. No? But yeah, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
She loved the Bible. She loved a lot of things about the Bible. And we normally talk about the Bible because there's a lot of things that we find. In the beginning, it was like, wow, you hear that? And beside that, one of the things that I love about the Bible is the el léxico, tú aprendes tantas palabras diferentes, that is amazing.
¿Cuál fue la palabra?
El léxico.
Léxico.
Sí, like
What does that mean?
the amount of words that you start to knowing.
Okay.
So it's amazing because your vocabulary is the word in English. Vocabulary is the word in English that you start learning so many different words that you have no idea what they mean before. You never heard it before, but it's amazing. And then you go, what does this mean? Like, let me read it. And then you go to the dictionary, you go back to the Bible and say, oh, now there's something really amazing that I love. It is, do you see the Bible app? There's one, La Reina Valera versión 1960. That is the one that I normally read. And most a lot of people read Reina Valera 1960. But there's a really good, cool part that Bible, that app has. That is that compares, or you can go to other version and then you read them all.
Oh, side by side.
Exactly. And you say, whoa, now I have a further explanation.
¿Cómo se llama esa aplicación?
It's the Bible app.
Oh, the Bible app. Okay,
Yes, the Bible app. And then you
one.
add other versions that are translated or even in the same language.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's amazing. So I go there and just deep dive.
Yeah, one thing that I have spoken about it, I don't remember on the show, but I have spoken about it with some friends. I still have trouble picking up the Bible sometimes because I don't feel like I'm worthy enough. And there's been a couple of times, because I have the Bible right beside me. It's at home right beside me on my nightstand. And again, when things have been happening or whatever, and I'm sitting on my bed and I look at it and sometimes I get emotional because I'm like, you could pick it up.
Yep.
But I feel dirty. I don't feel like I'm worthy. So
I'll tell you one thing. It's simple. Many people think that for them to reach out or to get closer to God, they have to be clean. What would be the purpose then? You're already there. So if you have done any kind of thing, because we all have done more than you can imagine, more than whatever you think we have done triple or quadruple or maybe 5-10 times whatever you may think that we have done. But you don't have to be clean to come and reach out for Jesus or to read the Bible. You don't have to be clean at all. Because if that is the case, then you may not need it when you are just so really nice. So the dirtier or the unworthier you feel, the better. Come up, pick it up, read it. Go to John or to any. I find there's so many things amazing about the Bible. I love the beginning part of the Bible and the story of Joseph, for example, or there's many things. If we go there, it's gonna be deep.
Oh yeah, we could definitely look, and that's one thing which desde ahora les voy a preguntar, because one episode that I do want to do is about God.
Yes.
And I want to do something with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mic type and everything, and we'll see if we do, because I'm thinking of doing just to finish off this segment for men's mental health.
Yes.
I'm going to be probably doing an asado at home, in the backyard, and just having men. We're going to have topics and stuff, but I want to do something like that, and the theme will be, or the topic will be God.
Yes.
So I would love to have you guys on that too whenever I decide to do that.
That'll be good.
And hopefully we have that.
We are the type of people who we do not argue about God.
Yeah.
But we can have a conversation. And whoever have a conversation, we are 100% okay with having the conversation. But having arguments about this and that, and I let it to anybody else.
Somebody's back.
I want to share something.
Let's do it.
Okay, so because you're talking about mental health, there's like a really good promise that is like one of my foundational promises, and it's Philippians 4:6-7. It says, "Be anxious about nothing," and that's how it starts. And I remember reading that for the first time, and I was like, "That's impossible! Like, I'm so anxious about a lot of things, right? And that would be impossible." But then I learned that, that's a promise. It's already something that's established. So I thought, be anxious about nothing, or be worried about nothing, and pray about everything. And it's like, okay, so if I'm anxious, it just means I need to pray. So if you're worried about things and how to keep your mental health, where you need it to be, I don't even know how you would do it without praying.
Yeah.
But then what the promise, the miracle is that if you do that, Just that small little thing, right? It says that his peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart and will guard your mind in Christ Jesus. So he actually helps you out with all your anxiousness and everything in that moment if you do that. And that's the good news, like that you're not doing it by yourself. So, you don't want to pick up the Bible because you're not worthy. That's our true condition. That's why we're like, thanks, Jesus, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great promise if somebody is wanting to know what to do. It's make that prayer and he'll help you out.
100%.
I'm gonna share with you something. This is really important. You have a phone there. You can search for a word that I'm gonna tell you now, and then we're gonna go, and then you're gonna have the true meaning of the word, and we're gonna go deep from there.
Let's do it.
Dysthymia. Dysthymia es D-I-S-T. ¿La viste ya? ¿La encontraste? Dysthymia. ¿Qué significa dysthymia? Before you go there, you have el significado ahí. So I'm going to tell you. I went through the period of what people call depression.
Yes.
Really?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, wait. And
I need some bread. Hold on. I need some bread.
okay. And there's a depression that people talk about it, and it's normal that people go through a certain amount of situation with sadness and all that. And even Jesus was sad. So Jesús estuvo triste hasta la muerte, dice. But there's that word, dysthymia, that is in English and Spanish, by the way, the same word, is the deepest one of the depression.
Sadness, like a profound
Sadness.
Profound
sadness.
for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Chronicle.
Yeah.
When you go beyond 6 months, it's chronicle. But when you go 2 years, it's even worse. So yes, I went through those processes, and I didn't know what to do. And it was like when you have your mind and your eyes blocked this way, that you tried to open your eyes, but you still couldn't see. It was really dark. And you live through life. You had to keep on going and moving along. But that process, it was a long process, and I got cured from dysthymia just by reading the Word and searching for the Lord. And it was really good. That's why I mentioned in the phrase that I sent you before, you don't need to do it alone. You don't need to challenge or fight anything by yourself, because there's a lot of help. There's a lot of people who can are willing to talk openly and help you out. And one of the ways that normally can be, even though if you don't know how to search for the help when you are in a difficult situation, you pick up your phone and call 10 people that you know and start talking, because in some moment things are going to come up and then you're going to have the conversation. So yes, it was a tip. Now you can read the meaning of the word dysthymia, right?
So I'm going to say it in Spanish.
Yes.
La distimia, conocida clínicamente como trastorno depresivo persistente.
Persistente.
Es una forma de depresión crónica y lévil. What's lévil mean? L-E-V-E.
L-E-V-E.
Leve.
Leve, like
Leve,
light.
leve.
Light.
Okay.
Deep and light.
Yeah.
A light.
Que dura años.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't know that.
there you go.
But you want to know what's really crazy is that he didn't know that. And what was causing that is, when you're in changes, coming here to Canada and having to adapt to a new way and a new reality. And we had our son, that has Down syndrome, and he needed to be here. It wasn't a choice. But he didn't realize that he was in that state until years later in Christ, reading and doing, he realized, oh my gosh. And I remember the day. Do you remember the day that you, it's kind of like his blindfold came off, his ears were open, and he just said, oh my gosh, it's like I can see right now, And
there's quite a few things that have happened with Day specifically. Before we talk about the moment that you asked, that I told you about, that night that I cry out a lot, it was December 31st, 2017.
Okay.
It was my December 31st, beginning of New Year. That was the last night that I cry out, really letting everything out. And I remember, I couldn't be able to contain myself when I was even in front of my kid. We were in the congregation celebrating the New Year, so that's one thing that happened. That was a change moment, a change of the moment. After that, things start getting like completely different.
Yeah.
And there's another time that I stopped being poor. Ha! Never being poor again, and I will never be. But it was February 24th, 2018. We were in a hotel called Hotel David, and remember?
In the Dead Sea.
In the Dead Sea in
Israel.
And we were there, and that was the moment that I had the realization that I was always fighting even though you have $2 in the bank account, you feel that you still need, or you can have, $0 and you feel that, or you have $20 and you feel like, and then after that time, I thought, hey, it's not about the money. Because, sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's none. But it's not about the money. Those things come from what we learned through the years about the Bible, and it's been amazing. It's an amazing journey. Yeah, no, it's it's life-changing. It's beautiful. It's something that, again, I've said it to some friends. I've said it to people that have been on the show or that I've been watching. Like, I hope you guys experience, yes,
the beautiful love that God has for us, and yeah,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and people will find the moment when their moment is due. So your time is coming.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for that. I feel like we could talk about this forever and ever.
What time is this supposed to be done at?
Until the gas on the generator runs out.
Oh, there you go. It's you who have it on already?
Yeah, it's been on the whole time.
No, but it's you who have it on?
What do you mean, the generator? No, it's for everybody. It's on for 24 hours.
Good, because we still have a doctor's appointment today.
Really? Okay, no problem. We'll tell them to come here. We could do it in the other room. Check it over there.
No, we had a doctor's appointment that it was at 11:30. We arrived at 11. And once my wife goes in, we just went there with time. And then they said, you read the instructions? Yes, I read the instructions. And I said, Mamita, you read the instruction? Yes, I did read the instruction, because she read it, everything that it was. But there was a little difference between 11:30 a.m. and p.m. So that was the little part that we're going to go to.
So hold on. Wait, you have an appointment after this?
Yes.
At 11 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Yes, there's something special that.
How far is this place?
It's in downtown. It's beside Lakeshore.
Okay, so we can go till.
Oh no! Don't worry about it.
We can go till 10:45.
Yes,
there's a bunch of water.
We're okay. Are there people that are listening and watching?
Yeah, there is.
So thank you for staying there. So yes, it's basically read your instructions.
Yes,
you know what
sir.
Bible? That's what Bible stands for. The basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice. That's very nice.
I told you she's good.
That's why you married her.
I'm a lucky guy. Well, I don't know if you know, but she's my second wife.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, she is. I got married the first. I love my first wife, so everybody knows.
I am the first wife.
So then, who was the second wife?
I got married with her the second time.
Oh, and the third. And
that's a bad joke.
Listen, he's a really good radio host. He has an amazing voice, but he's not a stand-up comedian.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm enjoying myself.
Hey, we have Alejo watching the show.
Shout out to DJ Alejo.
Les manda a heart.
Yes.
A lot of hearts to Alejo también.
We really appreciate Alejo.
Yes. We talk often, by the way.
Yeah.
I love the conversation with Alejo.
Yeah, no. We've had some beautiful conversations, hours sometimes with tears.
Yes. That's really nice. And I watched the episode that he did here.
Yeah.
So, yes, with the little girl.
Yeah. I was at my house.
Myself. Yes.
Yeah. It was fun. It was nice doing it at the house, pero I prefer here.
Yes.
You know.
You have the beats and bats. That's really good.
Exactly.
So, Jonathan,
yes.
What is your favorite Bible verse?
That's a good question. I'm still working on that. There's a couple of that, the number one, the faith without work is one that I've always, it's always been in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I could be off with the verse, but there was one where it says, he calls you by his name, not by the sin, something like that. I don't remember how that one goes. Hold on.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's definitely something that I'm still working on.
I think that that's not an actual Bible verse.
No?
No.
It's not? Okay.
No. But it is a saying
Mhm.
that he calls you by your name, not by your sin.
What you have
Yeah.
done, yes.
Okay.
By what you have
But the
done.
devil calls you by what you have done because he knows how to catch you and make you feel guilty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, big time. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason why. But normally, when you have a verse, it's something that you have it like.
Which one is yours?
It's Josué 1:8.
Okay, what's that? Hold on. Déjame cambiarte la cámara un poquito.
Okay.
Dale, go for it. What was it again?
Josué 1:8. Do you have it? You know?
I can pull it up if
Have
you
you
want.
heard? No. It's okay. I know by heart. So
No, I
it's-
don't.
Una vez, cuando estaba comenzando a leer sobre la Biblia, I just said, I don't want to go through the process of reading the Bible every day because that could be boring and all that jazz. It's difficult, But if I said, Lord, if you really want to hook me up, like done in one thing, show me a verse that is like good. That show me that you are listening and that we have a relationship. And then somebody told me, hey, tengo un verso para ti. Go, oh, ok, ¿cuál? Josué 1:8. Digo, ok, I didn't know. Pero dice, nunca se apartará de tu boca este libro de la ley, sino que de día y de noche meditarás en él para que guardes y hagas conforme a todo lo que en él está escrito, porque entonces hará prosperar tu camino y todo te saldrá bien. And I thought, what? I love the part, hará prosperar tu camino y todo te saldrá bien. Because it sounds good. But then you have to do the other part. That is, nunca se apartará de tu boca este libro de la ley. So everything that is in the Bible. So it is an amazing one. And I love it because that one hooked me up there. And I thought, this is it. So I had to commit myself.
That verse hit a note. Sorry, it hit a soft spot. So please send me that verse, please. I don't want to forget it. But
So
that
let
was
me tell you
beautiful.
again. It says, nunca se apartará de tu boca este libro de la ley, sino que de día y de noche meditarás en él para que guardes y hagas conforme a todo lo que en él está escrito, porque entonces hará prosperar tu camino y todo te saldrá bien. Es Josué 1:8.
Todo.
Todo.
what about you? What's your favorite verse? Let me change the camera here. Hold on.
Well, that Philippians 4, 6, and 7.
Okay.
To live a life that's without worrying about anything. I thought that was impossible. And then there's two verses. That one, which is to live and experience His peace, that's how I live now. Sin ningún tipo de afán para nada. That's what He allows us to experience. But then the other one is that with God, all things are possible. The other version is there's nothing impossible for God. So that's Luke 1:37. That's actually one of the ones that holds our family together. That it's not impossible for God.
Yeah. Amen. That's awesome. We can definitely continue doing this. You guys got me all emotional again. ¿Me tienen una pregunta para mí? You have a question for me?
We were just looking for the verse that
Yeah.
you have because you had to find one. It's basically in the Bible. There's a lot of promises that if you do this, we're gonna give you this. Like nunca se aparte de tu boca because yo te voy a dar prosperidad en todo el espíritu, en el alma, en el cuerpo y todo. So find the one that you like, and then when you find that one, learn it. Like write
Memorize
it everywhere,
it.
memorize it, so
Put it
you
in
can
your
have
heart.
it your go-to verse when you are in challenges. Because those verses that we just shared with you are the ones we share or we think about when we are in challenges. And there's songs as well. There's a lot of canciones, but there's some psalms as well that are really amazing one. Que puedes leerlo en cualquier momento cuando te sientes en diferentes tipos de desafíos en la vida. Because everybody does. Everybody have their own challenges.
We will.
So, but es importante tener o una canción o tener versículos también que te puedan ayudar o libros que puedas leer, que es really good.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That I thought that coming here today, I didn't know what to expect. But I thought it's been a really nice experience because I haven't been in kind of like this environment in a long time. So it's actually really nice to hear your testimony. I think that it's something that, like hearing that God is doing something in you and that you having to be brave and bold to and you're in your journey, right? like we say, it's difficult without God.
Yeah.
It's difficult with God, but it's more difficult without God. That's what we would say. But I really loved hearing you, Jonathan, and seeing you in this condition. You know, it's so inspiring, and you're gonna have to just go like deeper. I know I said I had a question, but it wasn't a question. It was just kind of like sharing my thoughts on seeing you. And I haven't seen a lot. Like I haven't seen that Latin magazine in a long time.
Memories,
I haven't seen like so many things, and hearing your entertainment and seeing everybody. I'm like,
that's
what?
really good.
I'm like, wow, you know. But
and there's a lot of people who need it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who may be actually connected now or not, or will connect later, that need to listen to the transformation that you go through, the processes that you go through, the changes that your life go through, and the overcoming any kind of obstacles, or overcoming any kind of those kind of challenges that are within yourself. Sometimes not even your spouse knows about it, or sometimes not even people who see you every day knows about it. But you are maybe fighting a lot of things within yourself, and it's worth to talk about. And there's a lot of help, and there's a lot of things that people who have discovered the other side, because went through, are so willing to share, but they don't notice it because it wasn't noticed for them neither. So yes.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What makes you cry right now? What are you thinking?
Sorry, him. Just how he's shown up for me, and you know, the things that I've been through, the things that continue to happen. I'm obviously not where I know I should be, you know, in terms of getting closer and being closer with God, but I love the journey that I'm in, you know, and this is why I'm grateful that I started doing this, you know, because again, como les comentaba antes, I've always been, and I said it yesterday too on the podcast yesterday. Sorry for being a crybaby.
No, it's perfect.
My dad's fault. My dad's an emotional guy too. But
It's
anyways,
perfect.
I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Can't believe it.
Say something.
That you said you were sharing yesterday about your journey, and you know where you're supposed to be, where you should be, but you're grateful for this journey that you're on.
Yeah. So like I said yesterday, and I've said it a couple of times, my job has always been behind the scenes, making sure, for example, making sure Nico sounds good, make sure he knows his lines, blah blah blah, and you know, I've never been the person that likes attention. You know, I've always been behind the scenes, you know, and one of the reasons why I started doing this podcast was because, again, doing this for so long, I'm like, why not? You know, jump, let's go for it, you know? Like when you're scared, that's when you're supposed to jump, you know? And obviously in my first season, it was still like, I was still new, you know, in terms of like allowing God in and everything. Because I remember the first season, I would have my rum and coke. You know, I would constantly be swearing on the show, you know, with my friends or this and that. And I get emotional because, you know, there's been times here when you know, when everyone leaves and I'm going, watching the old videos and I see myself where I was back then. You know what I mean? I was overweight, and like there's specific moments in some shows where I remember I was going through specific things. But then I remember that, again, the more I got closer to God, the more I allowed Him in, the more I surrounded myself with like-minded people. Like you said, it's just the anxiety and the stress slowly started to go away. You know, and I get emotional, you know, when I hear God, and it's crazy, but I just hearing you guys talk like this, you know, and again, it's new to me, even though we've briefly spoken about it, not too much, you know, and again, like when you told me that you guys had a moment at your radio station, you know, where God came and you know, visited you guys and everything. It's like, oh man, like I've said it a couple of times on the show, you know, it's having these conversations with people and being vulnerable and talking about things like this. It reminds us that we're not alone. It reminds us that we're all going through things, And there's one common denominator where when I've had these conversations, every single time somebody brings up God, it's like, oh man, like he's always
And your reminders.
Exactly, and so that's why like hearing you guys talk about it, like, number one, como hombre y mujer, it's a beautiful thing to hear, right? Pero como pareja, and on top of that, being padres, and then you guys telling me how close and how important God is for your kids. That's what I want. You know what I mean? And like
they're really close. They love the word. They love to be in the congregation in church.
Yeah.
We normally go on Sundays. We don't like to miss it, even though last week we were sick. Yes, it's a lot of things, and they love it. My daughter's in the band. She's a sound engineer. I told you before. And she plays
so
and sing, and it's really good.
Feliz.
She's
shout out to Mia. I'm gonna have you on the show.
Yes, and my oldest son Emil, he pushed himself to the band. He was in the band constantly every Sunday until they say, okay, we got to do something with him. So he have a shaker. Sometimes I had to follow him with the temple. So yes, it's basically that. Because help your family. It helps everybody around you. And then you have a lot of people in the surrounding that are as well like-minded people that, like you said, helps you to go in the right path and have the peace. Because at the end of the day, we are looking for that peace. At the end of the day, we all need that peace. I'm not like preaching, oh, you're going to go. No. It's basically that. You want peace when you're at home. When you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you don't feel the peace, that's what he said. You can have a lot of money, you can have a lot of drink, but there's so much you can do. But that peace that surpasses all of understanding is what we actually really need. And that peace only comes from
the Prince of Peace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I love that you're so sensitive. Que eres sensible.
Yeah.
And vamos a estar orando por ti.
Thank
so
you.
that you can
Please.
Continue the journey, because it's not an easy journey.
No.
But it's an amazing. It's so worth it. You know, when the reward is worth it in the end, vale muchísimo la pena.
Yeah.
Así que para que puedas seguir y puedas descubrir y seguir avanzando y que impactes a muchos corazones. Porque es una necesidad que existe.
Yeah.
So let you be very useful to the Lord in His hands, and through whatever you're doing, through everything that you've already experienced, that you would think, I should have done this better. I should have been here, or I wasted this time. All of those are lies.
Yeah.
They're actually lies. It's actually going to be, the Lord changes everything into something that's good. So just know, I know.
Por torpe que sea.
Por torpe que sea.
There's a verse that says, por torpe que sea,
no te extraviarás.
No te vas a extraviar. O sea, es an amazing. O sea, en la Biblia tú vas a encontrar absolutamente todo. Es para reírte, es para morirte de la risa. Dice, te sientes torpe o te sientes unworthy o te sientes a lot of things. Me parece que está en Isaías 35:8. Que por torpe que sea, no te vas a extraviar. O sea, don't worry about it. Si comienzas a confiar en Dios, por más barrabasadas que cometas, that's the word. Por más barrabasadas que cometas, you're gonna go where you have to go on time.
How do you say that word again? Barrabasada.
But take it from Barrabás, el tipo que estaba al lado de Jesús.
Okay, yeah.
Barrabás.
Oh, okay,
yes.
Okay.
Entonces, barrabasadas, ese tipo de cosas que no debieron ser, por más cosas malas o complicadas que hagas, claro. No te vas a extraviar del camino de la santidad cuando estás confiando. It's really good.
I really enjoyed this. Yeah. Even it's not even my interview. Imagine that.
Your time will come.
It's yeah, man. It's I'm like, I started this second season because this is already episode 19 of the second season.
Nice.
I wasn't planning on starting it this soon. And it's one thing I said yesterday, and I think I've said it before in the other podcast, like, because obviously, like you guys know, cuando ya mejor el clima, we're very busy con eventos and stuff like that, and it was already getting overwhelming, and I'm like, I gotta talk. So that's why I started doing it again. Sorry, sooner, and like I changed the design style, because even before, like my first year, it was much more darker colors, You know what I mean? Like, it was very different. So like this year I wanted to do something with intention, right? So por ejemplo, mis colores son blancos. Like obviously right now it's blue because of men's mental health, right? But it's I don't know how to word it, and we could talk about this forever, but it's just
You have the name switched.
Hay propósito.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
gotta change
that's
that.
good. So, lo importante con eso, ¿sabes qué es? Al final del día, that you are doing something with a really good purpose, and eso va a llegar a traer los resultados que se necesita.
Yeah.
Because one person who listens to the podcast and make that switch and know that that receive any kind of help, that is good enough. And I remember I'm here for one simple reason. I call you just to check up.
Yeah.
Because I check in so many people, like, hey, what's up? It was a long time.
He's
that
really
we were
good at that, actually.
So I check on so many people, just checking in. I've been, many people may thought about a lot of things that I check out. But the purpose is this, that you don't know who must be going through a tough situation. And I just, send text, hey, man, what's up? Long time no see you. Those kind of texts is random. From me, is absolutely normal. And there's many people who open up just because of that. And it's amazing.
Actually, I just remembered there was someone that he does that. I really appreciate that of you. I'm not like that. He called somebody that day for some reason, was on his heart, and he's obedient to that. And he called him, and he's like, how are you doing? And he's like, fine, everything's fine. He's like, but how are you doing? And he's like, I have 6 days lying down in my bed without getting up. And then it ended up, he's like, thank you for that day. Like, it was just going downhill, So a lot of special, there's tons of special little conversations.
And
that
it's
have
things
happened.
that you listen to it. Hey, call somebody or send a text to somebody. And sometimes I don't send the text. I just do a voice because it's completely different to say what's up and via WhatsApp or text, or saying, hey man, how are you? What are you doing? Long time to talk to you. Hey, call me. Don't even send me a text. Send me a voice message because I wanted to hear from you. Those kind of things, I love to do it.
Yeah, no, it's you've messaged a couple of times, and again, like you said, this happened. Todo su tiempo. He knows why he did what he did. I'm gonna tell you guys another quick story. I remember this was last year. And again, obviously, when it starts getting colder, work starts to slow down. After Christmas, all the corporate stuff, everything stops. And that's when it gets stressful because being self-employed, we have bills and the government doesn't care.
Seriously?
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
didn't know that.
Yeah.
So self-employed, you have to, those slow months?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, entonces, I remember, again, I was literally praying and I'm like, thank you for everything you've been doing. Continue, doing what you need to do with me and just, grateful. And obviously I was emotional and I was asking him to help me with work and, with intention and everything. And I swear to you, not even a couple of minutes after I get a call. So it's been already a couple of months now, but I'm doing sound at a church every Friday night and every Sunday morning, and it's been another, journey as well, an awesome journey too, because it's I get to do what I love to do, get paid for it, and I get to hear the word, and it's
When you pray sincerely, something happened. Once you remember that I said this because when
Oh, this was in 360 FM
360
studio.
FM, this happened. Oh, it was amazing. I was so mad with God. And
This
then
is
I
in
was
the
telling him,
beginning. This is in the
if
beginning.
you are listening to me, if you're really listening to me, I want so-and-so to call me today. A person, like everybody knows that person, so I won't mention the name. But a lot of people know. And if you are really listening, and if you are listening to my prayers, please, I need you to make that person to call me. And then
Today, before I leave the studio.
and things were happening, and I was working and all that and beautiful, all that. There's a guy who called me, hey, Keiter, I need a voiceover done like today. And I said, okay, send me a text and send me all the information, all that, yeah. And we were talking about the voiceover that you recorded for 5 hours. And I did that one. It was a really good thing because it was editing. And I did the voiceover. It was the details for the voiceover and all that. And I called the guy and I told him, hey, the voiceover is already done. I'm going to send it to you so you can listen to it and you tell me. So the guy listened to the voiceover. It was amazing. Beautiful. He paid already. That happens all the time. So like half an hour later, he called me, Keiter, I'm sorry. So what happened? I forgot about to mention that there's a sponsor in the audio that I want you to mention.
And just before he told you that, he was literally leaving the studio.
Yes, I was leaving the studio.
And he came back to pick up. He's like, I'm literally leaving, but I'll add the name.
I just add the name. Who's the name? And what do you want me to say about that person? And it was the person that I asked the Lord to call me that day. So he didn't do it the way I wanted him to do it. He just sent somebody, bless me with a voiceover that I did. And then he said, add at the end the sponsor of this event is sponsored by that person that I mentioned.
And it was like, I'm going to do, what? I am listening. And the message was, I am listening to you.
When I'm talking directly. So it's really good.
I heard you. And he's like, but things are not done the way you want.
Yes.
They're done differently. And it was just like, we were undone at that moment. Like, he realized God listens to my prayer. And he did it in his mercy that same day. That was
exactly.
actually a really
amazing.
special day.
And that's why we normally, when we pray to the Lord and we talk to God, we don't have to be worried about everything else. He's going to provide. He's going to give you what you need. He's going to heal you. He's going to help you through any kind of struggles. He's going to be there. But he just wants you to go and ask. But ask. Like when I said, there's una canción que dice, no tengo a nadie más que a ti, que se llama José del Cid, el que la canta. Singer es José del Cid. No tengo a nadie más que a ti. That song, when I heard it the first time, I say, it's una realidad palpable. I don't have nobody else but God. And he was the provider. He's the one who supported us through every single one of the situations we have been through. And that songs actually talked about those situations, those moments where you just need to surrender yourself to let rendirte a que Dios haga las cosas. So it's amazing, especially with those stressful months that you normally have for business owners, where not every month you have the income that pays everything. So yes, surrender yourself to the Lord. This is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful blessing, and definitely not easy. Because that's one thing too I've noticed with me too, like my discernment has like skyrocket.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like nope. And before it wasn't like that, you know. It's a beautiful experience.
And then you don't bend your rules. You don't bend the rules just to fulfill and get the money from anywhere it comes.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you get tempted.
Yeah.
You just go, let's do whatever, because at the end of the day, we need to pay some bills.
Yeah. So there's something else that, sorry for interrupting. There was something else that I was telling Diana before, where like I'm having trouble sometimes, you know, DJing at events and stuff. So I did a Valentine's Day school dance, 800 kids, okay, and obviously they came in different times with different sections, groups, classes, right? And I remember this was right after the Super Bowl show where Bad Bunny was performing. Mm-hmm. So I think they were 6 or 7 years old. And there was a lot of kids, at least 300 kids at that moment. And I'm DJing, whatever. Y viene un niño, blanquito, comes up to me and he's like, hey, could you play Bad Bunny halftime show? So in the back of my head, I'm like, man, like, you know, it's he learned this because of Super Bowl, right? And obviously he doesn't understand because of the language barrier, pero también somos niños and sometimes we don't pay attention to the lyrics because we allow the beat to take us.
Overcome everything.
Exactly, right? So in the back of my head, I'm like, man, what could I play if the majority of the stuff is not the greatest stuff? Whatever, I ended up playing it. And I remember I ended up playing it. And again, all the kids were having a good time. They were dancing and everything. And y vino una niña pequeñita, Latina. I don't know from where, but again, very nice and short, you know, wearing all black. And she comes up to me like this. She's like, sir, could I tell you something? And mind you, the music's going loud. And she comes beside me and I'm like, yeah. She's like, sir, God told me to tell you, God bless you. Yeah. And she said that and I'm like, and I got emotional, you know? And I'm like, man. And this is right when Bad Bunny's playing the song, you know? And she just comes out of nowhere. I've never met her in my life. So that happens, cool. And then everyone's dancing. And mind you, they're little kids. So they're all coming and asking for songs and this. And, you know, I'm trying to do everything. And she comes again and she's like, sir, very polite. She's like, sir, I don't want to be annoying and blah, but could you please play this specific song? And it's a song about God, right? And it's a song that went viral on TikTok, not because of the lyrics, but because of that specific part that they caught and used in TikTok, and it blew up. It's the one that goes, the angel, na 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 na. That one. I don't know the lyrics, but so she told me to play that.
But you know that na 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 na.
Yeah. So she tells me to play that, and I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work, you know. So I played it. And mind you, it's a huge gym and all these kids are dancing and running all over the place. And I played it. And when I played it, all the kids stopped what they were doing. They rushed, they came towards me. They were all singing it. Every single one of them. Singing and looking at me and just singing it. And I'm like, you show up at the right time every single time. And I remember when they were singing it, I'm just praying for them. And I'm like, God, watch over them.
Exactly.
You know, and like, that's what I mean where I say like he shows up at the right time.
So now you know that don't bend the rule.
Yeah, I know.
No, you know to put the music.
The good music on it.
The good music on. No, that's really nice, Jonathan. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Something
It's
is
going to impact
happening.
a lot of kids.
And the good thing is this, whoever's watching and whoever's listening, there's a process that you normally, people feel that sometimes could be other people trying to convince you of something. But if you can take something from this conversation, because it could be a word, it could be a phrase, it could be something that es lo que te marca la diferencia y te hace sentir que, yeah, there's something that I need between everything that we have talked about tonight, desde que comenzamos la conversación, yo no sé qué tiempo, pero we are looking for that phrase that do something on you and make you make a decision. So this is a really good thing. So it's an amazing conversation.
The song is called Ordinary.
Yeah.
Gracias, Alejo.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was. I'll never forget that. Never. Because again, and everything happened quick.
Yes.
You know, and then I play the song, and then everyone's dancing, and this is that, and she comes out of nowhere, and you know, and she's like.
But when you realize the thing is what does the amazing things as well, because before you could have played it without any inconveniences.
Of course.
But when you realize that eso es lo que se llama la revelación, lo que se llama en algunos lugares el aha moment.
Yeah.
When you say, whoa, me acabo de dar cuenta. Like, this is happening in front of me, and because sometimes it happened, and you're in something else. But when you realize that this is only lo que se llama revelación, que es revelado directamente a ti, por más que yo quiera explicártelo, you're not going to get the feeling that I got in that moment when something that way happened to you, and it's just amazing. I can tell you to see if you can find your moment, but until you find your moment, you're going to have ese aha moment que tenemos algunos. Y eso es muy bueno.
Te tengo una idea, Jonathan.
Let's do it.
There you go.
Listen. Tú sabes que cuando nosotros tenemos una responsabilidad, right? You have like you do activities and you do events and you're the one that calls the shots. You, Alejo's listening right now. Why can't we we're so against certain songs and what it does to other people. You know how music is so powerful because it goes past the logic and it influences you with whether you agree with it or not. It's actually really, really, really powerful.
Repeating words that you don't even know and you don't want to say it.
Yeah.
And it's and your brain actually is impacted. Your soul, you can there's so many things that happen through a song, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you and I wish that in our comunidad latina or just anybody who has the power of being able to play music, play more intentionally songs that are of God, that are good words on purpose.
Good words.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Like you bring it, not because the kid the little girl, was was there, and she specifically asked, and you got to see what it does. But you should have some songs lined up and do it on purpose, and be like, I'm gonna be the one who's gonna bless these people here
Corporación
today.
Azul is gonna be doing the job.
No,
DJ
for real.
Alejo's gonna be doing the job. We're gonna have a movement.
That would be so. You know how it is when you hear one of those songs and you hear it on like mainstream radio or something like that. You're like, yes, that is so good.
Yeah. And definitely that specific song. Sorry for interrupting. That specific song, Ordinary. Again, I heard it a million times, right? But only that little part because you know. But then when I finally took a stance to sit down and listen to it and read it and you know, listen to the lyrics, I'm like, and then find out the story behind it, I'm like, no way. And then when the little girl comes up to me and says that, and then I see the reaction from all the kids, and I'm like, yo, come on.
El Señor está hablando a tu corazón.
Literally.
Yeah.
So it's and God is
I'm
good.
really happy for you.
I call those eternal moments.
Yes.
Because you'll never forget it. Like
no.
how you feel, what was happening, who it was. Like those are moments that last para toda la eternidad.
Yeah. And I'm actually, I'm very excited to go back to that school because the school was very happy with what I did, and they told me they're going to start using me for all the other parties, and I cannot wait to see that little girl again.
There you go.
I cannot wait to see her again and just say thank you, you know, because
shout out to that little girl.
Shout out to the little girl.
Yes, I know you're Latina. That's all I
The
know.
brave soul. You see, don't you love people that
yeah.
are obedient to the Lord and who are brave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's so amazing.
It was definitely a beautiful moment, and I'm grateful that I, you know, because again, like I was always doing school parties for little kids is always nerve-wracking because a lot of these kids will not dance. It doesn't matter what you play. If you don't play their stuff, no te bailan. But that one there,
big time. There's a tough
that
crowd.
one there, and yeah, like even me playing like the old school, like the disco stuff, which again I know it's not the greatest sometimes, but it was also nice seeing, you know, that they know some of these songs, you know, and yeah, it's pretty cool what I do.
That's really good.
Very powerful.
You have a really impactful way how to reach the masses, how to reach people.
And with great power comes
Great responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's from Spider-Man. I remember that from Spider-Man. Peter Parker's uncle.
Peter Parker's uncle. Yes.
But guys, we've been talking for 2 hours and 1 minute.
Oh, yes.
That's beautiful. So we're gonna wrap it up because I do definitely want to have a part 2.
There you
go. But this part 2, I want to make sure that Diana's there from the very beginning.
There you go.
You know, so thank you for coming on and for talking and you know, I want to ask you guys to do something at the end together, you know, just like old times. But before that, I'm going to ask you guys one more question before I ask the other question. Actually, you know what? What do you guys prefer? Do you guys want me to ask you the last question first? Or
Whatever you want.
I have a favor to ask you guys.
Go ahead.
Just for the good old times and the memories. If you guys can, could you guys recital a commercial that you guys recorded together? If you have any that you guys recorded together, like a voiceover from back in the day 360. Or if you want to improvise and just go off.
You want us to do like radio.
Yeah. If you remember algo que grabaron juntos.
Oh, we recorded many different things juntos, pero yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, no.
Okay.
No, because the recording part is the recording part. I normally, cuando grabamos comerciales, yo siempre le dirijo la voz. Y ella tiene una hermosa voz y I know how to get what I want to get from her voice because I know what she can deliver.
Yeah.
So then I said, no, dilo de esta manera, dilo así, hasta que encuentro la forma. Entonces I connect the parts. So she does really good. She's really good in that.
And we still do a lot of voiceovers.
Yes.
For specific part,
yes.
through our agent. And we still do like that type of activity. And then, yes, we have our little dynamic to do the voiceover and stuff.
Could we hear a little bit of it?
But are you going to...
Like, what do you want to do?
Okay, what was your other question?
Well, the other question, that one was, it might take a little bit longer to respond because it's more of a personal question.
Yes.
You know? So that's why I was asking if you want to leave that for the end or...
Buenos días, Canadá. Siempre hacíamos un programa en la radio. Remember Buenos días, Canada? We do a lot of things, and we went through everything. It was really nice. Basically,
we started Buenos Dias Canada from our home.
Yes.
So it was always in the moment that the kids were having breakfast. So they always learned since they were very small. When he was going to go on the air, he would go. And
I used to do this. Hey, that means quiet everybody. Because we started radio in our house, in the living room. And then it's, hey,
And they
Voy al
already
aire.
knew. And they would start, if they were arguing, they would just argue like in sign language.
It was nice.
If it was eating cereal, they would eat it really quietly. And that's where it kind of started.
Yes, and my
Buenos Dias,
daughter, every time that she wanna like to bring something up, Buenos Dias, Canada. Yeah, I know. It's funny. But yes, radio
Well,
is
we'll
something
see
that
how we wrap that one up. What's a personal question?
How do we wrap that out? Let's see.
No.
We're gonna do that.
We'll figure that part
Yeah,
out.
Yes,
okay.
we're gonna figure that out.
There's well, this is a two-part
Like camera
question.
action, we're gonna be.
This
Go
is a
ahead.
two-part question, pero les quiero preguntar otra cosa.
Adelante.
What advice would you give las parejas que están casadas in terms of allowing God into their life? You know, what advice would you guys give, you know, to couples that obviously have God in their life, but not as a fundamental, you know, as como un pilar? I guess el pilar principal.
Mira, hay algo que es muy importante para las parejas tener pendiente, y es el hecho de que si tú quieres disfrutar más tu matrimonio a nivel físico, emocional y en todos los sentidos, es la hora de buscar de Dios y dejar que los egos estén peleando por ustedes. Y te digo en qué área. En el área de las emociones, de los sentimientos, de la voluntad, de las cosas que quieras decidir, que quieres hacer, que no quieres hacer en tu casa. En el área íntima, para que como adultos, espero que todo el mundo sea adulto aquí, para las relaciones íntimas, tener a Dios en medio, es difícil de uno decir, voy a orar antes de tener intimidad con mi esposa. Es complicado porque hay mucha gente que como que no lo entiende, pero Dios fue que hizo eso, y eso te ayuda a tener una mejor intimidad con tu pareja. Para el área de comunicación, no es que no tengamos roces, porque roces vamos a tener todos los días, acuérdate, somos dos personas diferentes que nos juntamos hace mucho tiempo cuando no conocíamos nada de Dios para tener una vida juntos, y esa vida, si la vamos a mantener, sería mejor que la tengamos con Dios. Si no tenemos a Dios en nuestro corazón o en nuestro camino o en nuestro día a día, va a ser muy difícil, no hubiésemos estado juntos. 100% te lo digo. 100% te lo digo. Entonces, para absolutamente todo lo que necesites, para orientarte en el negocio, hay un libro que se llama 40 Business Secrets from the Bible. That is an amazing book that you can have it for businesses. Y eso ayuda también en toda la relación. La Biblia y buscar a Dios te ayuda con tu pareja, te ayuda con tus hijos, a criar a los hijos, a poder guiarlo de una forma apropiada, a saber que está bien que puedan tener intimidad mientras están siendo teenagers o 18, 20 o 20, pero también está mucho mejor que ellos puedan cuidarse y guardarse de muchísimas cosas que hay ahora mismo que le va a servir para bien y para tener un matrimonio más sano, no con muchísimas disrupciones que tuvimos los que tuvimos teniendo relaciones antes de estar casado y estar complicado así. O sea que tener a Dios en el camino, tener a Dios como el centro de sus vidas es mucho más llevadero la relación de pareja y todo lo que le vas a poder enseñar a tus hijos.
For me, I would say que hay que trabajar en el negocio. Perdón, en el matrimonio.
Wink, wink.
Que es un negocio también.
I think que es como si fuera un jardín
Yeah.
y tienes que cuidarlo. I think que el jardín no se queda bonito porque está ahí.
Yeah.
You have to work it.
You have to water it.
You have to water it, you have to clean it, you have to do, and it takes effort to do that. In nuestra experiencia is that in the beginning, yo decía, we're good. We have an amazing marriage. We're happy, right?
Yeah, of course.
And now he would
Mi
say-
apellido es Feliz. Ella está feliz
And we would
porque
say,
está
"We're-"
casada conmigo.
There you go, con esa voz.
But it turns out que a través del tiempo han venido saliendo cosas
A la luz.
y hemos ido sanando, restaurando, limpiando, haciendo cosas nuevas, ayudando, tolerando, comprendiendo, comunicando y todo el tiempo
Disfrutando, gozando,
y se va
bailando.
poniendo mejor. Incluso nosotros tenemos 24 años casados.
Sí.
Can you believe que hace 2 semanas atrás tuvimos un momento tan increíble y revelacional de algo que venía desde hace muchísimos años and we didn't know. And todavía el Señor está haciendo cosas. So it just, there's a theory that says when you're married, it starts going like lower,
Plateauing,
lower,
yeah.
lower, lower, because, estamos viejos.
Yeah.
ya estamos tantos tiempos, ya somos como hermanitos. ¿Sabías qué? That's a lie. Eso no es así. Eso no es cierto.
No
It
es mi hermana.
actually gets better. So we start off not really, y terminamos alineándonos y sincronizando, and really, delante de Dios somos uno.
Yeah.
But we really terminamos una posición mucho más firme, más de acuerdo, más trabajado y más deleitándonos. So I think that this is just getting better, super, super sólido. So, ¿qué recomendaciones? Que conozcan la palabra. It happens through the word. The word is Jesus. Like, it happens through knowing the word. And it takes something. Y si tu pareja no está en eso, entonces empiecen con una oración. Ayúdanos. Te necesitamos, porque Él es el que creó
Ayuda.
una familia,
Exacto.
And He will never, ever disappoint you.
Nope.
Ever.
Amen.
Yep.
Oh man, we can continue talking. Well, we do have another hour and 45 minutes left before you guys leave.
Before
Yeah.
my appointment.
Before
No,
your
no, no,
appointment.
no, 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 no.
Anyways, so this question, so I'm gonna ask you guys both individually for a response. Pero esta pregunta, and I always ask this at the end of the show, and I always tell everybody, when I ask you guys this question, just pretend there's nobody in here. Just pretend it's you and the person in that camera, and just talk to them, into that camera. Y la pregunta es, who is the most influential person in your life, and how have they impacted you? So we'll start with you, Keiter. La pregunta otra vez. Hold on. ¿Quién es la persona más influente en tu vida y cómo te ha impactado?
Bueno, me preguntaste anteriormente sobre la cena, y la cena es Jesús. Pero personas alrededor, nuestros padres han sido personas muy influyentes en nosotros. Nos enseñaron lo que pudieron con lo que tenían en la mano, nos enseñaron lo más que pudieron. Hay muchas cosas que yo recuerdo de mi papá y muchas cosas que recuerdo de mi mamá. A través del tiempo hay muchas personas que también han influido en mí y en mi vida, en todo lo que he llegado a ser y que soy en el día de hoy. Y una de las personas que a través de los últimos 25 años he estado en una conversación eterna es con mi esposa. He tenido un pastor que ha sido muy bueno en mi vida. El pastor me ha enseñado muchísimas cosas. Entre todas las prédicas que habla, siempre tomo una frase o tomo algo de cada una de las cosas que dice. Es impresionante lo que influye en ti cuando se hace una prédica y tú escuchas algo que es directamente para ti y es como si fuera escrito o descrito para ti. O sea, hay mucha gente que que ha impactado mi vida, que ha influenciado mi vida. O sea, no pudiera escoger una sola. Y ahí te mencioné, mis padres, mi esposa, mi pastor, son personas que son muy importantes. Hay profesores que han cambiado la vida. Hay un profesor que dijo una vez, para cuando eres abogado, que hay casos que pierde y hay casos que gana, pero en todo se cobra, que eso es una parte importante. Se trabaja, pero es un grupo de personas que me han ayudado a ser la persona que soy en el día de hoy. Un grupo de hermanos que tengo, hermanos tanto espirituales como hermanos de sangre, que ha sido también parte muy fundamental en mi vida.
Dijo una persona.
Perdón, ¿por cuánta voy? O sea, hay mucha gente, de verdad. Hay mucha gente de verdad que ha impactado mi vida. No pudiera escoger una sola porque it's going to be really tough. But my parents are really important. They were. My mom passed away and my dad as well. Really important in my life.
Hey, Anna, your turn.
Para mí, yo diría que la persona del Espíritu Santo. The Holy Spirit. Why? He has taught me the truth about who I am. He has made every single one of my relationships better. The one with my parents, with my siblings, with, just everything in my family, my husband. And the Holy Spirit he's my best friend. He's super cool and he is funny. So he's the one that I can count on 24/7. And he's always talking, always like readily available. It's an amazing experience. So I didn't think of him as a person before, but I learned that he is a person. And I learned that he's always with me, and we can make him sad and we can make him happy, and he's our helper, in fact. So the Holy Spirit is the reason why we are here. So why not say you, like, you know, Holy Spirit, and he's available for everybody who actually believes in him. So through Jesus Christ, he says, believe in me and I will give you my Holy Spirit, which is so amazing because it's free and it's so accessible. So that's my person.
Beautiful. Wasn't expecting that, but then I was expecting it.
Told you.
So, beautiful.
Told you.
Oh man, guys, muchísimas gracias. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know we can continue talking a lot, but I want to save it, you know, so we could continue this amazing conversation because
Thank you.
there's again, it's you know, I thought about doing this para el mes de junio, obviously honoring men's mental health, but the beautiful thing is when you start talking about God, it's just
He went there. He went
just
that way.
goes, it just
We have
flows
another
and-
plan, another question, list of questions to answer.
Yeah,
But
we
it's
have
okay.
a lot. but
Especially if you invite a married man and
There
you
you
bring his wife.
there you
Exactly.
go.
And then
Yeah.
here I am.
There you go.
Live Camera Action todos los días martes a las 7 de la noche en vivo a través de YouTube para que tú lo puedas sintonizar con todos y cada uno de los invitados que tiene Jonathan aquí para que lo puedas sintonizar, escuchar todo lo que se comparte aquí y encima de todo eso, ¿sabes qué? Vivir y compartir también lo que aprendes. Live Camera Action, Diana va a despedir como radio host.
And
as well.
that was Keiter Feliz.
Oh man, that was the best. I love the ending. Anyways, guys,
Jonathan.
thank you guys for coming here. It's un placer, un honor. You know, beautiful conversation. There's so many questions that I have here that we didn't even talk about because, again, we're talking about God and everything just comes after that. So, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for taking up the drive, and I hope you guys had an amazing time. Diana, like I said, I want to have you on for sure, you know, so we can learn more about you and your journey.
Thank you.
And I definitely would love to have the kids here too, you know, so we can talk about what they do and what they've thought about, and yeah, you know, do things a little bit different over here. And yeah, just thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Our
Amazing.
pleasure.
Que
God
Dios te
bless you as
bendiga.
well.
Igualmente. Anyways, damas y caballeros, this has been another episode of Lights, Camera, Acción, temporada número 2, episodio número 19, con mi hermano Keiter Feliz y con mi hermana Diana Feliz. These are a couple goals, you know. This is what I will love in my life. And it's crazy because in this whole journey of this whole podcast thing, I've been asked a couple of times, what do I look for in a woman? And it's crazy because it's always been changing. And one of the things that I definitely am looking for and want in my future wife, hopefully, is someone who puts God first and leads with God first. And yeah, so if you're watching, wherever you are, put him first, and then I'll probably think about it. You have to also know how to dance salsa, that's for sure. You have to know how to cook. Most importantly, just follow God, and everything else will fall into place. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a beautiful journey, and tomorrow it continues with my brother Ricardo Porras, who is the owner of Real Empanadas. And yeah, I think they're opening up 3 stores already, and it's a beautiful thing. He's a friend of mine that I grew up playing soccer with, and now he's a business owner, and everything is just going great. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Lights, Camera, Acción. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, be good, put God first, and the rest will fall into place. Have a good night. Take care. Ciao.